I ran away when I was 16, and I ended up meeting this young couple who had cocaine. And so that evening, we all got very drunk, and I did cocaine for the first time, as well as drinking for the first time. And I ended up meeting somebody who lived at a crack house, and I would go and I'd hang out there. And at one point, I was offered a hit, and I took it. And from there, I got very addicted to crack. I started doing Adderall, ecstasy, Molly. My friend and I, we ran away to Vegas for a while, and there I started doing heroin and meth as well. My friend and I were couch hopping in Vegas for months, and I decided I was going to come back to Clearwater to get my dog. And when I got home, my entire family was there gathered around to tell me how they felt. And I was not really willing to listen at that time. And we went on our way. The second time I got to Vegas, it wasn't fun. I had found out that my best friend was psychotic. So while in Vegas, we split ways, and I went and stayed with this couple for a little while, trying to get enough money that I could fly back. And eventually a friend of mine reached out to me, and I had known him in middle school, and out of nowhere he reached out to me asking how I was doing. And up until this point, I had been telling everyone that I was doing great and everything was amazing, and I was a waitress and I love Vegas and blah, 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 blah. And finally I just told him that I was miserable and I was just trying to figure out a way home. He's like, "Do you need help?" I was like, "I think so," because at that point I didn't know how I was going to hold a job. I didn't know how I was going to get around. And so at that point he told me about Narconon, and I was finally ready for me to get clean. It was finally something that I was like, oh, this is going to be good to do. I spent about 4 days in withdrawal, where I was doing different drills to get me interacting with the environment instead of sleeping, and started the purification program. The purification program was really incredible for me at that time. Anyone who has done meth knows about shadow people, which is basically where you'll be doing something and out of the corner of your eye you see a shadow move. And that's usually where you get the jittery person looking around very quickly, trying to see what that is. So on the detox program, all these effects from the drugs I had taken that were constantly continuing started to ease up quite a lot. And I stopped seeing so many shadows move. I stopped being so out of it from all of the different drugs I had used and started really feeling more like myself. So from there I moved on to the objectives, which were these drills to have me interacting with things and controlling different items. Helped me speed up again, be willing to talk to people again, and really just kind of took me out of whatever haze I was in at that time. And then we went on to the ethics side of the program. Started handling all the transgressions I had done to others and handling the root of what started the whole drug journey and the whole need for me to be on drugs. The team at Narconon, they really cared, and they really did so much to help me, despite all the times I would try and get in my way, which was often. And they made sure that I did everything I needed to in order to go out into the world and make it. And so when I left, I actually moved to Miami with my boyfriend at the time, and we had a nasty breakup a month or two later. And having just come out of a rehab program and having just come out of a very messy relationship, that's a point that a lot of people would fail and revert back to drugs. And I didn't. And that was something that was just so surprising, and it made me so happy when I graduated and I got a job. And for the first time, I bought a car, and then I had an apartment. And then I had a fiance and a husband, and now I actually have a 4-month-old baby. None of this would have happened without Narconon, and I don't think I'd still be around had it not been for them. So there.